In this video, we're gonna fly 3 separate budget airlines to Las Vegas. I'm gonna tell you which one is best next on Jaycation. What's up, Jaycationers? Welcome back to another video here in the Las Vegas series. And today we are gonna be riding 3 different budget airlines from San Diego to Las Vegas and back to San Diego, and let you know exactly how each economy airlines, they call them the bare bones airlines. It's Frontier, Spirit, and Southwest. And I will tell you the pros, the cons, and just my experience with these 3 flights that we're gonna take in this video, and maybe it'll help you decide which flight you want to take. I know not all of you are from San Diego, but a lot of these airlines do fly in and out of other cities. I think the only other budget airlines that I would want to cover is Allegiant, but Allegiant doesn't fly out of San Diego to Vegas. So let's start off back in San Diego with Frontier Airlines. All right, first budget airlines that we're gonna try out is Frontier on the way to Las Vegas. Now, I paid about $18.50 for an 8:30 a.m. flight on a Sunday. Carry-on bags are extra. It's expensive, I'll tell you guys when you get inside. So I'm just doing my under the seat bag. I got my new Michael Kors bag that we're gonna see if it's okay to get in. Let's go inside and see how Frontier is on the way, and then we're gonna ride another budget airlines on the way back. That was pretty funny. Coming out at pre-TSA, they asked me if I was crew because I'm dressed to the nines today. And I was like, no, I'm just too cheap to like not have check-in, so I had to wear my suit to Vegas. Oh, look at that, Rolling Stone, all eyes on Olivia Rodrigo. So here's the Frontier line. Have you paid for your carry-on? So if you have an overhead bag, you have to pay for your carry-on, and you must be in zone 1 to board with a carry-on. So they tell you to go to the mobile app or pay an agent, and it will cost you more. This is a bare bones airline, so they will make everything so hard for you if you have to bring on a carry-on and pay for it, and you haven't paid for it in advance. This is actually the Spirit sizer right here, but we're gonna be flying that on the way back. So this is the personal item. Actually, it's a lot bigger than you think. That's a lot of space. And then you got your carry-on bag, and your charge will apply for that. But the personal item is actually a lot bigger than I thought. So here's the deal with Frontier Airlines. It's a bare bones airlines, and they give you 2 different options. It's called the discount den or a member, and you pay less by paying a yearly membership fee. Now for me, I just paid the regular price. It was $18.50. I was lucky. But let's say check-in bags on the app, $69 to add a carry-on bag. I paid $40 round trip for this flight. For a check-in, oh wow, it doesn't even let you do a check-in because it's less than an hour before boarding. Priority boarding is $16.99. So they add everything. This is what I call bare bones. Everything from reserving a seat to bringing a bag in the overhead space, that's all added. Wow, another thing is if you get agent assistance from like the desk up front, it's $20. $20 if you need assistance from the ticket counter. So make sure you have your QR code in your phone or you have it printed out. Thank God for phones nowadays because they will get you. So I found the Frontier sizer, and they basically say online is their best price. At the ticket counter, you buy now, it will cost you more at the gate. At the gate, it's $60. So that's the carry-on size, and that's the under the seat size. Here's my bag. And it will fit. It's just the carry-on here is a little too thick, but we'll get it in there.
That's what she said.
So for this flight, it was $18.98, and I booked it last weekend, so 6 days ago. 8:29 is when we take off, 9:55 is when we get there, so let's see what time we get there in Vegas. Also, make sure you join the Frontier Miles rewards card, and then if you have a TSA pre-check number, your known traveler number, make sure you put that when you're signing up for your flight or paying for your flight. That way you don't have to add that on, and there won't be no headache or no chance for an extra charge. And even if you're paying for check bags, the check bags are limited to 40 pounds. Sunday morning at 8 o'clock, look how cracking it is. This is my gate right here to Vegas. And also know these bare bones airlines, no cash accepted, guys. I am going to Vegas from a Sunday morning to a Tuesday night, which is 3 complete days. And I only have this Michael Kors backpack. I'm not a savvy minimalist. I like to have my big away luggage checked in with me, but we're not flying Southwest on this flight, so I only have this bag for this trip. But later in this video, you'll see me on my regular packing style. So it is 8:15. We were supposed to board at 7:44, so economy airlines, never on time. But let's see if we make it up in the air. There we go, guys. Zone 331C. Really no hurry getting on the plane when you just have your under the seat bag. Very last row, guys. Just landed 5 minutes ahead of schedule. Frontier, you are in the lead right now. This guy! 100K. What's up? Say what's up.
Congrats,
bro.
JJ. 100K.
Matty Ice.
In Vegas.
Alright, so we just landed here in McCarran Airport in Vegas. Well, it's not McCarran anymore, it's Harry Reid International. So I just want to talk about the flight. I had the very back seat aisle, and there's no window in that very back seat. The seats are kind of hard, but they were soft enough. They're not as soft as like the Southwest leather chairs are, but I was able to move to the emergency row, like row 11, because they had to like distribute different weights for the flight. So they asked us in the back to move to the front. So I had more leg room, didn't have to pay anything extra. And then I looked at the drink and food menu, and it ranged from $3.99 for a water and soda. You want to get a bundle for $28.99. So from $3.99 to $28.99. It's a 56-minute flight, guys. So it's a really quick flight. I would just fast and hydrate yourself for that 56 minutes, get off the plane and go straight to a CVS or an ABC store, which we're gonna do. But right now I gotta hop on an Uber and get to my hotel. But overall, thumbs up on this flight, Frontier. You guys are in the lead. Let's see how Spirit and Southwest do this time around. Also, shout out to the homie Matt. He was there with me on my 2013 trip in Spain when I first came up with the hashtag Jaycation. So he was there when I also started thinking about YouTubing. So shout out, bruh. He's on his way home to San Diego from a weekend trip. I'm not used to landing in this D terminal because this looks all new to me. I usually fly into the Southwest area, and it still says McCarran International here. This is the entrance to the tram for Terminal 3E gates, the red line. We gotta get to the Uber pickup. Better hurry. Right now Lyft is showing $16.78 and Uber is only showing $13.95, so we're gonna go with Uber. It's hilarious how the Uber ride is $5 less than the flight here. So you cross the bridge, but you gotta go down the elevator to level V. For those of you that don't know, in Terminal 3, you go down to the V section of the parking lot, you wait for your car to get here, and the Uber or Lyft driver will text you the stall number and the row you're supposed to meet them at, and then you just get in and you go. Barely made it to our flight. Don't be like me and make it 30 minutes before the flight. Traffic was bad. The lift from Harrah's took about half an hour. It was a mess. The overhead bags cost more than checking in a bag. It's 68 bucks for an overhead bag. Costs more for an overhead bag than a check-in bag. That's crazy. Bare bones airlines, guys. We barely made it. Barely made it. Michael Kors bag has no problems getting through. I just kind of hide the camera because I don't want them to think it's another item. Just got off the Spirit flight. Yeah, this was actually a successful trip. It was $19.50 for the fare, and it did say it would land at 11:23. We got in around 11:20, deboarded. It's about 11:30, so it's good to go. You seem like it's gonna be late because we're like on the runway for a bunch of time, but then it makes up in the air and we end up landing on time. So it's all right. I think the people there are a little more stern because they have to like squeeze that money out of people. And yeah, it's not as nice of a pleasant experience. They didn't even serve food or drinks, even though they had tea for $3, anywhere from combos for 39. So yeah, they just didn't serve food. So as of now, I say Frontier takes the lead. I don't know, I had a better experience this time around. Spirit's definitely last. Let's fast forward to 2 weeks from now when I fly to Vegas via Southwest.
A lot of boring math later.
All right, Jaycationers, it's a few weeks later. We're here at San Diego Airport, and we're gonna fly Southwest, which is my favorite preferable budget airlines to fly. You get 2 check bags, and it's so much easier to check in. You could do it on your phone, on your computer, and even print out tickets without any extra charge. So let's go in and see if we can get my bag checked in. It's already over 50 pounds, I'm pretty sure. What's always good about Southwest is you can actually print your tickets and check in 2 bags, and bag drop is pretty quick. So that already is a 1-up on Spirit and Frontier, where you have to pay to check in even just your overhead bag. The only problem is to get a cheaper flight in Southwest, even on a weekday, you have to leave early in the morning or late at night. It's about 6:30 in the morning right now. My flight to Vegas is 7:40, and that was the cheapest I could have got. I was too lazy to weigh my bag, and I overpacked, so I had to take this out and my shoes. Lesson learned. And there's TSA pre, let's go. So I'm sure a lot of you guys know this by now, but Southwest, they do seating by numbers, A, B, and C. So it's A1 through 60, B1 through 60, C1 through 60. And then all the priority stuff comes before that, whether you're military or with family and stuff. But I got the A. You have to check in online 24 hours before and you'll get a better priority seat depending on your ticket. So I definitely say check in right at 24 hours because sometimes you're already automatically going to be B. You basically get a free-for-all for your seat. So if you want a window or an aisle, that's all up to you and the line that you're going to be standing in. A41's good because you can get to the front of the plane and get out quick when you get to Vegas. Time's a wasting, guys. So I do have my air tag loaded onto my bag, but there's my bag right there with that fuchsia. We know it's making it on. What's great about Southwest is they do give you beverages for free, non-alcoholic, so you can get water, sodas, juices, coffee. You do have to pay for the spirits, wines, and beers, but if you have the rewards, the Southwest rewards points, they do send you coupons every now and then when you reach a certain amount of flights. And since I use this predominantly to go to Vegas, I do have those coupons. I just can't locate them. They're at home somewhere. And there is the bag going on the conveyor belt. Just landed in Vegas. So the Southwest flight was right on time. Actually 1 minute early. Supposed to get here by 9. Got to the gate by 8:59. I sat row 2 and I usually sit aisle, but was window seat. Yeah, Southwest is my favorite. It does cost more than Spirit and Frontier usually, but you get your 2 free check bags up to 50 pounds. They don't bother you if you bring overhead bag. You can check in 24 hours ahead of time, put it on your phone, print out a ticket and all that stuff. So Southwest always gets to win. And I think if you do the rewards, every flight you get, eventually you get a round trip flight for free. So that's also a thumbs up to that. And those drink coupons are also huge. I just wish I could locate mine. You also get to see a lot more of the desert. On the way here, I saw the M Resort and then the Hoover Dam, Boulder City, and then Lake Las Vegas. You also see UNLV's old stadium. And then obviously, if you're on the right side and you're landing, you'll see the Las Vegas Strip, Stratosphere, and the whole Las Vegas Strip. So it's a really cool 50-minute flight and we got here right on time. So Southwest definitely gets thumbs up. So I did book this flight about 2 months ahead of time and it was $104 round trip via Southwest. Southwest is usually my predominant airline of choice, and I know these budget airlines like Frontier and Spirit, they have these subscription-based memberships where you can fly unlimited times to Vegas. I don't know if I'll do that in the future. I might have to because I come here at least once a month to get some content, guys. Let me know what you think down below, but I think I'm fine with just flying Southwest and booking whenever I need to get here. Look at that, right on cue. We're going straight to Zippy's from the airport. It's $24.99 on Lyft. And it was like 60 bucks on Uber. That is redunculous. I might as well have just got to rent a car. Since I showed you guys the Terminal 3 Uber, Lyft, rideshare pickup, this is the Terminal 1. And if you don't have a cell phone because you're maybe out of the country, they do have Wi-Fi here, and you just wait here, and it's the same thing. It'll say on the app what row and what number to go to when your driver gets here. All right, Jaycationers, so that will do it for the best budget airlines to fly to Las Vegas. I would say Southwest definitely number 1, and it is the more expensive, but it's the most convenient. Number 2 would definitely be Frontier. I think Frontier, even though it's a very bare bones airlines, as long as you have your under the seat bag, you're good to go. And I don't think they're as bad as Spirit with all those late flights and delays and stuff. But Spirit was okay on this video altogether. So anyways, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to Jaycation. We're over 100,000 subscribers. Really appreciate that. Check out Las Vegas 777. Let's go. There's 4,000 Las Vegas lovers talking about news and the ongoings around Vegas. All right, Jaycationers, we'll see you on the next one. In the words of me, stay traveling. Las Vegas. Let's go.